Hello, mouth breathers. My name is Jacob Beeman, if you don't already know that, and I just want to say welcome to the very first chapter of Stranger Thursdays. That's right, it's a new series here on this channel that I hope to continue on. Why? Because I am obsessed with Stranger Things. So I thought, how about every Thursday, or every other Thursday, or as many Thursdays I can do, I upload a video with a different kind of subject retaining to Stranger Things. I could do facts every once in a while, but I think it'd be more interesting if we kind of built a Stranger Things community through the comments and you guys and all that. If we do a Q&A, you leave a question and I give my opinion on it. Different theories. Season 1 left very open-ended questions that we can theorize while we wait for Season 2. Every couple weeks I can do a character spotlight where we focus one whole episode on Hopper, or let's say Barb. We need a funeral for Barb is what I'm saying. I thought for this first video here, I asked my own set of Q&As, almost like a tag about Stranger Things. You get to know a little bit more about me and what I love about the show. Feel free to answer these questions, please, down in the comments. I look forward to reading all of them, and hopefully in the next Stranger Thursdays I can read some of them and laugh to myself. So the first question, how did you hear about it? Well, I heard about Stranger Things through my friend Beth. Shout out to Beth. Very lovely person. I've known her basically all my life. We were at a campfire together and she said, I've been watching Stranger Things on Netflix. Beeman, this is such a Beeman show. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? It's like, well, there's all these kids. You love the 80s. As you can see, I'm even wearing my Back to the Future getup today. About these kids on an adventure together. And there's a lot of paranormal aspects. It's very much like the X-Files. I like the X-Files. She just said for me to give it a crack. So a few days later, I was going through Netflix and I couldn't find anything like usual. And I saw Stranger Things sitting there and I read the description and I just said, you know what, instead of another hour of going through and then just putting on another episode of How I Met Your Mother, I'm gonna do this. So I clicked the first episode and I was instantly captivated. That first scene was freaky, and then the kids playing Dungeons and Dragons, and they were swearing, and that's what I love. That was my favorite part watching the Goonies growing up, was all the kids there having fun and then, you know, swearing like kids aren't supposed to do that sort of thing. And it just, it really showed the friendship and the bond between these kids, and I've never fell in love with characters so fast watching any TV show. Next question. How long did you take to watch it? I watched the first episode and then showed my parents, and then the next day it was midnight and I said, okay, I'm gonna watch episode 2, then go to bed. And I watched episode 2, 3, and 4. And then the next day I watched 5 and 6, later that night 7, and then I was busy the next day and I couldn't take it. I needed to see the last episode, so the next day I finally, as soon as I could, watched the final episode. So about 3 days. I know that a lot of people watch it very fast and people have watched it in one day. I'd like to hear your input. What is your favorite episode is my next question. My favorite episode is Chapter 7, The Bathtub. There's something about this episode that I just love. I think it was throughout the series you have Mike and his friends with this piece of the puzzle. You have Nancy and Jonathan with a piece of the puzzle. And you have Winona Ryder and David Harbour, which is the chief and Will's mom, Joyce. And they have this other piece of the puzzle and they don't know. None of the others know that the others have these clues that will give them the answer. And there's something about them finally all getting together. And to see 11 get into that homemade sensory deprivation tank, and I think it was just great. Joyce, like, holding her, talking to her as a mother, the mother she never had. No one has ever given her support in Hawkins' laboratory. It was really a heartwarming and very scary thing to watch. And some of the best lines of the series, including Dustin's.
Why are you keeping this curiosity door locked?
I love Dustin. So yeah, they were all fantastic. It was hard for me to choose one, but definitely there's something about Chapter 7, The Bathtub. Favorite character? No questions, Barb. I'm on the Barb bandwagon, but she's a babe. I know everyone says Dustin, and I absolutely love Dustin, one of my favorite kids, and even in real life he's absolutely hilarious. I'm gonna go though for my favorite character is Hopper. From that first episode, I didn't like Hopper at all. He was just disgusting cop, didn't really care about his job, kind of a womanizer sort of character. And suddenly, in the next few episodes, he became one of my most beloved characters. I couldn't wait for every scene that he was in and to learn his story about his daughter and his will to find Will. See what I did there? What character do you relate to in real life? Barb. Let's be honest. I am just kidding. I would say I'm very much of a Mike. You know, that kind of guy that leads his friends on these adventures but isn't so sure. I think what relates me most to him is not only his character but the real life actor Finn Wolfhard, I think his name. When he was on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon there, they were talking about 11 and his kiss, and 11 was like, ew, kissing sucks, and he's like, it's like, that hurts, that's me. It really is. Question number 6. Team Jonathan or Team Harrington? Jonathan is such a sweet guy and he has deep emotional issues. He just wants someone to talk to. But Steve's hair. He's trying so hard to find his brother and mend a relationship with his mom. He just wants to be loved. But Steve's hair. I'm just gonna leave it at that. 7. Are you a Barb fan? I just put this in here because I have talked to people that love Barb. Absolutely. What about Barb? R.I.P. Candlelight Vigils. And then there's some people like, I don't really see what the big deal about Barb is. It's true. There's been a lot of people. I get deeply offended when they say that. 8. Most looking forward in season 2. I would say what I'm most looking forward to is how the town reacts to Will's sudden appearance. They had a funeral. There was a body. How the town is gonna be like, wait a second, what really is this? Do they find out about Hawkins? Like, there was a whole school with like 10 murdered people, 11 killed with her mind. Like, what's that gonna show up on the autopsy? Why is these government officials dead in the middle of the middle school? That's what I'm really looking forward to. And also Barb's return. I know they said it's not going to happen, but it would be so cool if Barb just showed up in the town, right? Wondering what's going on. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope we can continue Stranger Thursdays. Please leave your questions in the comments section below, and I will try to answer them. If none of you watch this or comment, I guess I'll just make my own. I plan to do also skits. We can, lots of skits on Stranger Things. A lot of my friends love the show, so we can hopefully do that. Please leave a like, it really helps me out, and subscribe. Maybe you'll be the 40th subscriber. That will be exciting. Alright guys, I'm gonna go. We'll see you hopefully next Thursday. Great things will happen, excellent things will happen, stranger things will happen.